this will work out well. I'm really not sure how to do this. I can't really do as much with it now because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. Uh, Hopefully, I'll be able to see anything that anybody says. Again, like I said, I've never done this before, so I don't know. And I'm hoping I can post this once it's done. But again, I don't know. So we'll see. This does work out, then I'll try to go live uh, more frequently and give everybody, notice that I'm going to go live, so that way they'll, all 200 of you will have a chance to get on. I think they're only going to allow me to have so many people watch it live, unfortunately. So, with that said, the whole reason I wanted to make another video today and decide to try out live, uh, I try to avoid politics and sensitive topics, or, well, sensitive to an extent. Um, Current events, this and that. I try to avoid all that. But I just feel like there's something that I needed to say with things going on. It's pretty much, I hear a lot of people voicing their opinions about this and that, whether we should or shouldn't help out Ukraine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And as of right now, I would say no, let's not get involved militarily. However, I do fear that it could become worse. So if he decides to go after another former Soviet bloc country, then I have to say yes, we need to do something, because, historically what happened before, when we would just let somebody take whatever they wanted, it didn't turn out too well. I'd also like to comment on a few things I've heard people say, largely civilians, in regards to if we were in a war with Russia. Here's the thing. If you're offended, then I don't know, too bad. If we were in a war, we'll start with this. If we were in a war with Russia, I've heard lots of civilians say that they don't think that we could win because Russia has this, Russia has that. Russia's got some really badass tanks. Very true. And they've got a lot of them. They got a lot more tanks than we have. They don't have the air or naval power we have. They don't have the A-10 Warthog. They don't have the smart bombs we have. They don't have the stealth capability we have. We've had stealth capability since, we were working on that since the 70s. And there's literally people out there that truly believe that we're not capable of defeating our own stealth capability. I can promise you, guarantee you, that if we have this technology, for as long as we've had it, we have developed a way to defeat it. We knew eventually our enemies were going to get a hold of it, so we have developed a way to defeat it. If you don't believe that, then you're clueless, really. And to the civilians that like to say that, and like to say that there's no way we could beat Russia, you're a civilian. You've never been military. You've never been privy to any kind of secret military intel or known things that were going on when they were going on. You just don't know what you're talking about. You really don't. It's a fact. If you're offended, too bad, because it's a fact. For those that have been in the military, you understand. Even if you don't agree with whether we can beat Russia, you understand that there are things that the civilians are just never privy to. So, with that said, I'll also add in, when they talk about it, whether in their opinion we could beat Russia or not. We have been at a pretty much constant state of war for 30 years. We have done nothing but fight. We have the experience, the technology, and everything capable of defeating Russia, and they don't have that. They haven't spent the last 30 years just constantly at war. They've done some things here and there, yes, but they have not just been constantly at war. And we have. It's a fact, we have. So I don't know how you believe that. I don't know how you believe that someone with limited experience and inferior technology could possibly have a chance of defeating us. It's just I don't see it as possible. And you say, oh well, the Russian winter. Oh, well. I mean we do train troops in Alaska. We do train for this. It is not like we're not prepared for any terrain. We train for everything. You have no idea. Again, the weaponry we have, the technology we have, our capabilities. Russia's got a whole bunch of tanks because they're set up for doing ground invasions. They're not set up for invading overseas or jumping countries to invade. So their naval and air power is far inferior. If we set up our air power, we'll just sit there and take them out. And we can set our naval ships off the coast and just launch tomahawks and take them out. It's really our artillery isn't just random artillery shells anymore. We have smart bombs in our artillery. Our aircraft have smart bombs. We don't just carpet bomb. We have smart bombs. We drop 8 smart bombs at 8 different targets, and they all hit their targets. It's our technology nowadays is just amazing and far superior to anybody else. And of course, we wouldn't be in it alone, obviously. But I wanted to do that. Want to discuss that and try this live. And if this works out, I'll do it again. And then for final question, a final thought, and I'd like to ask for any subscribers or anybody that watches. I've been considering possibly in the future getting something set up for doing podcasts. I really don't know much about podcasts, so I'm going to have to obviously research that. But it is something I'm considering for the future, is doing podcasts, whether it be on Offgrid Living, just question Q&A videos, or something altogether different. Then I don't know. But I'd like anybody's comments and thoughts on that, moving into the future. It would definitely be much nicer to do it in a situation like this, like live, where, just had a comment, where I can interact with people. It makes it so much easier to talk to the camera when I'm interacting with somebody rather than just randomly talking to a camera and there not being anybody there. So give me your thoughts on that. I don't want to make this too long. Like I said, I've already basically stated what I wanted to state. Just been, watching videos and reading stuff on social media and things that are said, and the conversations I've had over the last few months with people. I just wanted to, just felt like I needed to get it out and voice my opinion, I guess, instead of holding it in. I guess that's the best way to put it. But while we're here, if anybody does have any questions concerning the current situation of my property, or as one of my subscribers, David, had just asked in comments, about land prices there in Arizona. He's considered moving there. We willing to answer those. I did reply to your comment, David, but in case you're watching this, yeah, there you are. Yeah, just in case you're watching this, uh, land prices are higher now than what they were when I bought mine. It's just it's the way it is everywhere. So, but in Apache County, there are still decently priced properties. It's just they're not going to be what they were a couple years ago. They're everybody's getting greedy. There's so many people wanting to move out there now, getting away from everything. COVID really fueled a lot of people to go. The political climate and everything is fueling a lot of people out there. There's been quite a few people come out there from California, and they call themselves political refugees from California. So we're getting quite a few of those out there now. It's pretty funny. Oh, you and oh, okay. You're an Eager, so you're in Apache County too. Yeah, that East Coast mandates, they were the worst, man. I had friends in New Jersey that were they were telling me, posting about it on Facebook all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in Arizona. But good for you. I'd get it now because it's not getting any cheaper. And Sylvia's in Sanders right now doing laundry. Sanders, Speedway and Sanders has been one of the cheapest in fuel prices anywhere around Arizona that I've seen, and it is now $3.99 a gallon at that Speedway. That's just crazy. Um, but yeah, so my friend in New Jersey, he was telling me about it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm in Arizona. I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. All these mandates. And he's explaining to me. I'm like, yeah, but we don't do that. We don't do that here in Arizona. We don't have. I mean, they did the 2 week to flatten the curve lockdown and everything, and everybody was like, okay, yeah, well, we'll do the 2 week thing. But then after that, they're like, well, we want to extend it even farther. And even the city people were just like, no, screw you. We did your 2 weeks. Now it's camping season. We're going up north to go camping. That just didn't really work out too well here. They tried to do a curfew uh, where you have to carry papers. They tried to do that here in Arizona, and I asked our local law enforcement if they're going to be pulling us over. This is before I moved to Apache County. If they're going to be pulling us over, want to see our papers, and they said their exact words were "fuck no." They said Nazi Germany. They said no. This is Nazi Germany. We're not pulling you over and checking for your papers. It's not going to happen. It's just we just weren't going to put up with it here in Arizona. We didn't care about the mandates. Everybody else was doing. They tried to mandate stuff. Stores would say wear masks, and most of us didn't wear masks. And no one said anything if we didn't. We just weren't going to do it. And where I live, I mean, who's gonna come out there and tell us what to do? It's the police do not patrol the dirt roads out where I live. They simply don't do it. They only go out there if they're called. We're very free. We really love our freedom. I mean, I'm not saying other people in other places don't love the freedom, but I don't know. I'd say we stand up for it. We're not gonna back down. If you haven't seen it all, David, Ben had said he thought it was a good idea. I'm thinking about here in the future uh, doing a podcast of some sort, and then putting that on YouTube, or maybe doing live Q&As. I don't know, just different things. I'm trying to, find ways of growing audiences and whatnot to where I can expand, I guess, grow my audience, of course, expand for finding different ways of money streams, incomes. So doing my videos of doing projects around the property, and then maybe doing a live stream or podcast over a myriad of topics, not just off grid, is ideas I have. But just other things, as I discussed earlier in about the welding and whatnot. Just trying to find different streams, because obviously I want to be at home. I don't want to be sitting here in a parking lot in New Mexico going to work for somebody else every day. I want to be home. I want to see Sylvia and the kids. I want to be there with the animals and the property. That's the whole reason I bought it and moved out there. So, but we got to do what we got to do for now, right? Anyhow, I suppose I should get off here, not make this too long. I've already put 2 other videos up today. I hope you all like my greatest hits. Album's coming out soon. You can pre-order now for $19.99. Thank y'all. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, David. I will tell her to get those seeds planted, as long as you're sure they're going to be good. Like I said, we just got a dusting of snow this morning. I know we had some other snow the other day. So it's still pretty chilly there, and I didn't want to risk them freezing. But I will tell her to get some pots and get them planted now, to at least they can start growing a little bit. And then once we get the garden all put in, then we'll transplant them there. It's great that they keep coming back over, just I guess like tulips, bulbs. So that'll be awesome. They'll just keep on growing. I don't think she's ever had an artichoke, so I was trying to explain what they were. I'll have to buy some and let her try them. Thank y'all. Well, all 2 of you that watched. Y'all have a great day, and let's see how this ends, since this is my first time doing this. Well, pushing on the screen just makes little circles. Thank you, brother.